Chapter 1 of the Corsican Brothers. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Recording by K. Hand. The Corsican Brothers by Alexandre Dumas, translated by Henry Firth. Chapter 1. In the beginning of March 1841 I was traveling in Corsica. Nothing is more picturesque and more easily to accomplish than a journey in Corsica. You can embark at Toulon, in 20 hours you will be in Ajaccio, and then in 24 hours more you are at Bastia. Once there you can hire or purchase a horse. If you wish to hire a horse, you can do so for 5 francs a day. If you purchase one, you can have a good animal for 150 francs. And don't sneer at the moderate price, for the horse hired or purchased will perform as great feats as the famous Gascon horse which leaped over the Pont Neuf, which neither Prospero nor Nautilus, the heroes of Chantilly and the Champ de Mars, could do. He will traverse roads which Balmat himself could not cross without crampons, and will go over bridges upon which Auriol would need a balancing pole. As for the traveller, all he has to do is give the horse his head and let him go as he pleases. He does not mind the danger. We may add that with this horse, which can go anywhere, the traveller can accomplish his 15 leagues a day without stopping to bait. From time to time, while the tourist may be halting to examine some ancient castle built by some old baron or legendary hero, or to sketch a tower built ages ago by the Genoese, the horse will be contented to graze by the roadside or to pluck the mosses from the rocks in the vicinities. As to lodging for the night, it is still more simple in Corsica. The traveller, having arrived at a village, passes down through the principal street, and making his own choice of the house wherein he will rest, he knocks at the door. An instant after, the master or mistress will appear upon the threshold, invite the traveller to dismount, offer him a share of the family supper and the whole of his own bed, and next morning, when seeing him safely resume his journey, will thank him for the preference he has accorded to his house. As for remuneration, such a thing is never hinted at. The master would regard it as an insult if the subject were broached. If, however, the servant happen to be a young girl, one may fitly offer her a coloured handkerchief, with which she can make up a picturesque coiffure for a fête day. If the domestic be a male, he will gladly accept a poniard, with which he can kill his enemy, should he meet him. There is one thing more to remark, and that is, as sometimes happens, the servants of the house are relatives of the owner, and the former, being in reduced circumstances, offer their services to the latter in consideration of board and lodging and a few piastres per month. And it must not be supposed that the masters are not well served by their cousins to the 15th and 16th degree, because the contrary is the case, and the custom is not thought anything of. Corsica is a French department certainly, but Corsica is very far from being France. As for robbers, one never hears of them, yet there are bandits in abundance, but these gentlemen must in no wise be confounded one with the other. So go without fear to Ajaccio, to Bastia, with a purse full of money hanging on your saddle-bow, and you may traverse the whole island without a shadow of danger. But do not go from Oceana to Levacco, if you happen to have an enemy who has declared the vendetta against you, for I would not answer for your safety during that short journey of 6 miles. Well, then, I was in Corsica, as I have said, at the beginning of the month of March, and I was alone, Jadon having remained in Rome. I had come across from Elba, had disembarked at Bastia, and there had purchased a horse at the above-mentioned price. I had visited Corte and Ajaccio, and just then I was traversing the province of Sartène. On the particular day of which I am about to speak, I was riding from Sartène to Sullacaro. The day's journey was short, perhaps a dozen leagues, in consequence of detours, and on account of my being obliged to climb the slopes of the mountain chain, which, like a backbone, runs through the island. I had a guide with me, for fear I should lose my way in the maquis. It was about 5 o'clock in the afternoon when we arrived at the summit of the hill, which at the same time overlooks Olmeto and Sullacaro. There we stopped a moment to look about us. "Where would your Excellency wish to stay the night?" asked the guide. I looked down upon the village, the streets of which appeared almost deserted. Only a few women were visible, and they walked quickly along, and frequently looked cautiously around them. As in virtue of the rules of Corsican hospitality, to which I have already referred, it was open to me to choose for my resting place any one of the 100 or 120 houses of which the village was composed. I therefore carried my eyes from house to house till they lighted upon one which promised comfortable quarters.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?